One of the really important topics that we're dealing with as investors at the moment is the reporting season. Now, this is a period here in New Zealand and Australia where corporations are responsible for delivering results, looking back over the last 6 and 12 months. When we look at it all, it looks as if the earnings that are going to be reported in general will be down around 20%. So this is a really, really challenging time for corporates with respect to the numbers that they will report. I don't think it's going to have that much of an impact for investors with respect to those numbers. I think everybody understands fully that this has been, an environment full of very, very strong headwinds. But what we'll be looking for as investors are a range of things. So capital management is really important. So in an environment where we've seen interest rates come down like we have around the world, investors are genuinely scrambling, looking for other areas that they can derive income from. And equities are a really important part of it, especially in this part of the world. So New Zealand and Australia have globally very competitive dividend yield rates, across both markets. So one of the things that we'll be looking for is what kind of capital management do these businesses expect to engage in over the foreseeable period. And what we have seen is we've seen dividend yields come down in these markets as a consequence of two things. So we've seen them come down because underlying earnings have fallen as a consequence of the operating environment being challenging. And we've also seen payout ratios fall as well. And it's not management teams which develop the capital management program for lots of these businesses, it's the boards. And boards are charged with a number of responsibilities, but one of them is to ensure that they have got the businesses that they oversee set up in a way which ensures that they can survive and operate through very difficult times. And irrespective of the fact that we do have confidence that we are seeing the world begin to recover and repair itself, this still remains a pretty uncertain time. So boards have pulled down the payout ratios, and as a consequence, dividend yields have fallen. So we'll keep a really close eye on as investors as to how companies are positioning themselves with respect to that. And I still think, though, irrespective of the headline numbers coming down, there are still just some super businesses across both New Zealand and Australia which pay sustainable, competitive dividend yields, which I think will remain very attractive to investors. The other thing that we're looking for from management teams is the commentaries they provide around the way in which they and their businesses conducted themselves during the crisis and how they see themselves positioned for a world which is beginning to recover again. And again, there are some really great examples of companies which have done better than others, and those that can paint a picture of genuine, credible recovery as we move over the next 12 to 18 months, I think will receive a lot of investor support. So that's another thing that we're very focused on.